Shalom Israel. My name is B. Williams, and that is my name. You know, first initial, last name is Williams. First, I'd like to give praise to the Most High, the Creator of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Today, I want to talk to you about a few things here, and we want to get straight into this, so let's get started.
To read the dumb verses, I'm going to actually have to start in Genesis. Believe it or not. Now, before I start, we're going to do this in a few videos. Now, right now, I'm going to read this chapter. And before we get started, though, I'm going to show you some things to keep you interested. Okay, so these are my props. So I went to the library and printed this out. Now, I don't know how good this is to you, but this is a map of Africa. And in Africa, we have a part that used to be called Negro Land. And underneath that is Guinea. Now, I did not want to print this map out. I'll just tell you that. But I printed the map out, and I didn't understand why I had to print the map out. But it is exclusive to dumb divers.
I want y'all to understand, like he just said, this is his props. Okay? He went out and had a map printed out that shows you Africa, and it shows you a certain part of Africa, which is good for me. It's very great for me, and eventually, people, you will understand this. All right, but I'm gonna let him carry on here. All right, because I want to hear what he has to say. I want to hear what he has to say, and I want you to see and make up your mind is real.
Verses, because it is what they went to Africa for. It is.
And I'm going to tell you, the man's very wise. This man is very, very intelligent man. You know, and I believe that we all bring a little bit of the truth to this. Do I believe that he is the Messiah? No. Do I believe that he is the reincarnation of Moses? No. And I have my reasons for this, people. And as we get on with this, we're going to understand it very, very, very well. Because this lion is going to roar. I promise you that. Alright? But we're going to let it go for right now just to make a point. Okay? Let's go for a ride here. He's very well spoken.
Evidence of how the discovery came about.
Now, I want y'all to notice something, people. I want you to know the Europeans' mindset and how their mind, their war set mind is how it's set. Let's put it that way. All right. Right now, we have what you would call tactics of war being used. Something like what you would call chess. All right. And I'm just going to expose this for what it is. Let the truth be revealed. What would you do if you was me? Against all odds. We have nothing else to lose, Israel. We're down to the last, to the bottom. So we have nothing else to lose. Let the truth be revealed. All right. I want y'all to understand the genie in the bottle trick. Okay? I want you to understand the genie in the bottle trick very well. All right? In the art of war, in this tactic. Spellbound. He says that he's going to bring in his props to keep your attention. Now we're going to have a war a simple war about hair. He got his hair out for a reason in this episode. And we're going to figure out what that reason is. War tactics. Now, I want you to pay attention to something else, people. I want you to pay attention to his background. I'm trying to show you something, Israel. Alright? Symbolism. How it's being used against you. And you have no idea. I want you to pay attention to these things, people.
All primitive tribes known in America are dark, known in the Western Kingdom, are dark, copper-colored with jet black hair, while most possess curls in the extreme, and every level of wavy hair in between. The texture of the hair is generally soft, fine, or silk, or coarse, or harsh. So, that gives you the broad scheme of Afro-Asiatic.
You hear this, people? We're making sure we're talking about hair today. Okay? Today is about hair. Alright? Well, you know what? Let me tell y'all all something. Let me tell y'all all something. Make sure y'all understand this real good, real loud and real clear. I grew what I grow on my head, and I didn't grow it for no man. Not one of you. So your opinion of what it is, what it looks like, and what it should be does not bother me, does not offend me. I'm not trying to be in style with the world. Me, myself, I'm against this. So whatever somebody has to say about this lion, about his mane, doesn't bother me. So I grow mines all naturally. All naturally, baby. Every step of the way. And it took many years to get to where I'm at. And I didn't understand then, but I'm starting to understand now. So let's let some truth be revealed.
The hair of the men, not the women, the hair of the men following down to their hamstrings, and sometimes to the ground. That's why the locks were called dreadful. Those little freaking ornaments you got hanging aren't locks.
Now, like I said, whatever you got to say about me and what I got going on, that's fine with me. But see, I know I don't have what one would call dreads. I have a tree that grows on top of my head. I know who I am. And I am not no Messiah. So it does not offend me what you have to say to me about my dreads. Those things dangling from your head is not dreads. Is that the best you can do? Look at him giving his evil eye as he says this, people. I want y'all to look at something here. Look at his face. Real good, people. Bring the camera in. And take a very good look at his face. See the evil that's possessed within inside this jinn. They using this electricity, your internet, as a jinn against you. Look at the city behind him. Look at the eye, Israel. The one eye showing. Symbolism. All right? What does he have in his hands? Symbolism, people.
Sometimes to the ground, their hair is divided into plaits or slabs 2 inches thick, 2 inches wide, and filled with a profusion of glue and earth, a mixture of glue and earth which become very hard and remains unchanged from year to year. Today, this form of hair is called LEX. This is from George Catlin. He lived in 1881.
So once again, we're back to reading something from a Khazar, right? Right? But we don't read from Khazars. We don't read from their writings. Once again, here we are back at this one position. Show you how you deal with a jinn, people. Israel, you are the fulfillment. You are the power. Uniting to yourself with your brothers and sisters. Being the fulfillment. You're not going to make one come and believe not in Christ. It's not going to happen. We're not here for that. They're going to believe the way they believe. So did Eve. Who are them? Who are they? Who are we? Aren't we fallen ones ourselves? So, look at the city behind him. Alright? Look at his hair. Alright? Listen to the words he's saying. Alright? This first battle has to be about hair. That's not where I want to go to. But, hey, if that's where a man wants to be, that's where a man wants to be. Let's see what else you got to say.
So, 1881 is here. 1400s is here. Here you have the colonization, the rape, the murder, still have the same thing till 18...
Now I want y'all to hear what he's saying here. Because in a few seconds, he's going to get chopped up. He's telling all on himself. Which goes back to this, Israel. That's what it goes back to, right here. What you're looking at right here. Okay? He said 1400. That'll be here. Alright? That's what he said. All the way to 1800, which is here. At the foot. I want y'all to remember that, people. But I'm coming back with that. I got something to show you. And I know y'all don't understand all of this, but you will.
1881. Excuse me, 1841.
1881. First thing he says. 1881. I want y'all to remember these numbers, people. Then he changes back to 1841. Okay, in 1863, we were set free. Right here, people. If you watch my other vids, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Right here. This is 1400, 1500, 1600, 1700, 1800. Alright? In 1863, we were set free. That's right here. But he first said in 1881, which would be down here at the foot. I want y'all to remember that.
Excuse me. Little 40-year difference there.
40 years difference. Yeah. There's a reason why he said that. He's covering his ass, people.
Yeah, okay. 1841. So, pause that. You can read it yourself. Books, letters, and notes on indigenous tribes of North and South America. So, here is an interesting picture. Come back to me. Interesting picture, because here...
Come back to me. Listen to the Jinn talking to you, Israel. Just a little bit of poison's all I need. A little bit of this is all I need. You know, he's the only one that's telling the truth. Huh? Mixed with the lies. If I bake a batch of cookies, all right, and my chocolate chip, a mouse done got in it and I left a couple of his left behinds in there, or, you know, few, and I find a couple of them and I remove them, and I still put those chocolate chips in the batch, mix it up, and bake it. How many cookies do you want? Huh, Israel? Huh, Israel? How many cookies do you want?
We've added some color. Actually, it was created in color. When we see it in black and white, it's actually stripped of color. There's actually two different versions that John Ogilvy and Arnoldus Montanus completed. Interesting. So,
Spy! That spy! Here we go! Interesting. Kazar!
We're going to hold this up to the camera, and I want you to notice what's behind him. Now, you see the giant complexes behind him? These were just dumb savages with the ability to build gigantic structures and cities. Cities. You see behind them the giant city that looks better than Washington? Can you... Is it my eyes? Or is it...
Alright, let's check this Jinn out. Let's check this Jinn out. Caught him! Look behind him! Look behind him! Israel! Look at this beast! He's deceiving you! Why would you walk and go into the eagle's nest? The Most High says, go to the wilderness! Flee to the wilderness! And there you'll find him. He says, split the wood, and there I be. Lift the stone, and you will find me. Why do you think he has a city behind him? Why do you think he's giving the evil eye? Why do you think he's playing the Jinn? Guarantee you he got that necklace on. Guarantee he got that necklace on. You don't see it, people. I see it. How many of you truly sees it?
You see the gigantic pictures of the city behind him? See the structures? Look, at the top of the structures, they planted trees.
They planted what, Lex? They planted what? Let's go back and hear that again. I didn't say it. Listen to him, people.
Pictures of the city behind him. See the structures? Look, at the top of the structures, they planted trees. That's what the Europeans destroyed when they came here. And with the dumb diverses, it's going to tell all.
You hear that? With the dumb diverses, it's going to tell all. Look at the city behind him, people. Is this not the same image he showed? Look at his hair. Remember I said this is about hair? This is the Jinn trying to work. Alright? Look at my hair. Listen to what he had to say about my hair. Look at the city behind him. Look at the image he's showing. Alright? Remember, GOCC holds that same image. The city behind it. Always showing that same image. Remember what I told you about that necklace people. All right, when you go back and you check the image of that necklace, and you go back, it goes back to South Africa. And what he says it's going to come out the west. Remember that stuff, Israel. I'm not just giving you information, giving you junk. I'm bringing truth and knowledge.
You were never released from slavery. You were never released from slavery. Genesis, chapter...
We want to stop right there for a second. We want to go someplace here. We can go here. What is this I got growing on my head? I asked you before. Who are you talking to? People, I'm going to show you how to destroy a jinn.
They do it all the time in all the countries, and they prophesied they would do it before the end of this century. This is the largest statue in Sri Lanka, the largest statue in China, the largest statue in India.
Now, if you look at that image, if I can go back just a tad bit, people, let's see what happens here. If I can go just a tad bit back here, I want to show you something, people.
And they prophesied they would do it before the end of this century. This is the largest statue in Sri Lanka. The largest statue.
Right here. All right. When this statue comes up, and you see this statue, and you see it in the background, all right, and you look at it, all right, what do you see? The afro look. That hair. Same hair like Lex got. Very same hair. Remember the image that we have, all right, going on with that necklace, all right, back to South Africa, and he said it's going to come from the west. This image, this beast. Watch.
In China, the largest statue in India, the largest monolithic statue on earth, the genie, the one who comes.
The who? The genie. Listen, people, I just told you, I'm showing you something. Let's get some truth down. Let's twist it up, and let's see how many of you can wake up.
Back from the dead, carved in solid rock 70 feet high, the largest monolith.
Remember what I told you, the Jinn thing, the stone. The stone. Lift the stone, you will find me. The stone, the genie. Allah, Diana.
Big statue on earth is the black man, and it is not in Africa, but it is in Asia. The Asiatic black man, the manifestation of God, who comes back to preach and explain the doctrine of immortality, how to escape the fires of hell. That is his sole purpose. To attack him is to attack the cosmic forces of God. He sits in Western style because
he sits in Western style. Western style. Boy, I got some stuff to show you in the book of Enoch. They don't want none, peace, not a sip.
He will be born in the West.
Huh? So this beast's going to be born in the what? West? Remember everything I just showed you about the hair? Remember everything I showed you about the necklace? Remember, people?
The people who he will be born among are called the Negas. This is the future Buddha, the one who is to come. Prove with irrefutable evidence for those with intelligence that there is no death, that life is eternal. And this evidence of eternal life is put in place by their control after death of the cosmic forces.
Other words, when you give your glory to another, you give them control of the cosmics. Yahweh, all the Jesus, all these different names, Yeshua, all these different names, and they all mean the same.
This is a cave in India showing the one who is to come in the future. All of these statues and monuments are thousands and thousands of years old. The future Buddha, sitting down in Western style. He is known by many names in many religions. To the Christian, he is the Christ. To the Muslims, the Mahdi, the Messiah, the Avatar, Maruk Bull. To the Koreans, the Buddha, the Genie. All different names for the same individual who is to appear now at the end of the age, the beginning of the new cycle. He is also called Maitreya, the future Buddha. In this book, Maitreya, the future Buddha, you can find the prophecy of his return in 2,500 years.
Now, I want y'all to listen to this 2,500 years, people. I want y'all to listen to this real good, because Lex just told you something. He twisted up. He twisted up for himself. Let's put it back up here, people. In 2,500 years, okay, it's going to come back to this here. Okay? Remember those dates Lex gave you.
This prophecy identifies the time when he is to appear. It states that he will appear in 2,500 years in a tripartite year in the first year of a cycle. He will descend to be reborn, and he will produce a city of silver by transformation. He will change a city which will serve as evidence of who he is. He must produce a city by transformation. The Buddha was born in 560 BC and died in 480 BC. He received enlightenment at the age of 35, which is 525 BC. This
All right. Take this up. Let's go back here again. All right. Said here, BC 5 something here. He was born. He died here in 480 something AD. Okay, right here, 400s. All right, Revelations 1 and 12. All right, what's in the mist? All right, right here. All right, so he dies right here. All right, right here, people. What time does supposedly your Jesus, Joshua, dies? Right here, same time period. Very same time period, people. Now, I hope y'all see this. Don't come to me trying to talk slick if you don't know how to do some math. If you don't know the basics. All right, right here. All right, the same time period he just quoted. Prophecies. All right. And remember, all right, 1800s. All right, 1840 something when Lex said that. All right, we was freed in 1863. All right, right here. Okay. All right, then Lex says 1881. It's down at the foot. Right? Down at the foot. It's the reason for all of this, people.
He had to have been made between 525 BC and 480 BC. If you project
480 BC, you heard it again. Right here, 480 BC. Right here, people. Okay?
2,500 years into the future, it'll come between 1975 and the year 2020.
All right? From that time period, for that 2,500 years, all right? That's 1,000. That's 1,000, 2,000. I did it wrong here. All right, and I'm doing it by the 4,000, by the 4 here. But if we go here, it'll come out to be right here. All right, right here at the foot. All right. Put 1,000 years between this. All right, 1,000, another 1,000. All right, that's 1,000 right there. So we got to do it right here. But so that's 1,000. That's 1,000. 2,500. The foot, people. 1881, 1882, 1891, 1892. It's down here at the foot. The foot, people. I didn't say this. Lex is the one told you this. Lex is the one brought this up about the hair and all this. Prophecies. All right. Now, Lex, the false image is going to come and say that it's going to be here in this time period because they don't understand the time here. All right. This is 1800. Then you go back up. This starts 1900, 2000, so on. So right here's a false image. The real image was right here at the foot. 1892.
30, 60, and 90 are tripartite years. 1930 and 1960 is gone. The only tripartite year left is 1990. The first year of a cycle is 1991. In 1991, the future Buddha is to appear. 1991. In Angkor in Southeast Asia, we find the city of the future Buddha, hidden from the outside world for thousands of years and discovered by the French in 1858. It was hidden in the jungle by fig trees.
You see that image in there, people? Look at the image. Look at the image. Look at the image inside this. I didn't make this up, people. I didn't write this. Look at the picture, people. The true image. What's that growing on my head? It ain't no dreads. No, it's a tree. A part of the rainbow. Listen, people. Listen here. I didn't make this up.
The city designated to confirm the future Buddha. This city was hidden because of the banyan tree, a tree that starts in the sky. Birds drop their seeds from the sky on the leaves of existing trees. The branches spread out horizontally and then grows down, covering everything beneath it. The tree is worshipped throughout Asia. It's called the Tree of God. It is the only tree that starts in the sky and comes down. Here you see it written that one tree covered 20,000 people. It is the most unusual tree on earth. It's the fig tree, the banyan tree, the tree that hid a 36-mile wide city in the jungle for thousands of years. This is the tree of God. Here it is explained that the tree spreads indefinitely and it is not known to die. It's the tree of immortality. It is the most famous tree in Asia, the banyan tree, the tree of God. This is an artist's depiction of the city of the future Buddha, a city of stone, a stone Bible of the religious teachings of the Africans of Asia. This is the entrance to the temple called Angkor Thom, an 8-mile perimeter covers the city. This picture shows you how the tree starts in the sky and the roots come down, covering that face which you see. Those are roots from the tree which started in the sky.
People, whose face? What face? What do you see there? What do you see? It's you, Israel. It's time to wake up. It's time to rise up. It's time to understand who you are. This here is the fake tree. Right here. That you so beloved, that you gave your glory to. When it was all along Jacob, who's Israel. King James Bible tells you all in there. The Jubilees 2 and 20, I bring that up to nail it in. You don't need me to tell you this. It's right there. Don't get mad at me for coming to you with the truth, exposing your genie attitude and will and powers. I didn't make not a drop of this up. If we want to talk about the wood and we want to talk about the stone, we can go there. Alright? We can go to Jubilees on that wood and that stone. Alright? And then people, you can find it in your King James. Because once I expose it, then it's exposed. There's no more to it. Okay? So don't worry about that. All right. I'm going to go into Jubilees 22. Chapter 22 in Jubilees. And we're going to go to verse 18. Verse 18. I'm going to read that for you. They have no heart to understand, and their eyes do not see what their works are, and how they go astray by saying to a piece of wood, you are my God, and to a stone, you are my Lord, and you are my deliverer. This wood and this stone. Alright, and it goes in other ways too. Because the stone and wood have no heart. Okay, people? Now, I want to go to something else here, people, for you. I want to go to something off the hook here. I'm going to go to the Gospel of Thomas, I think it is. Gospel of Thomas. And I'm going to go to what I call chapter 77. It says, Jesus says, Yeshua says, Yahweh says, Yahudah says, I mean not Yahudah, but what I'm trying to say is all these different names, people. Elohim says, Adonai says, alright, the Lord says, because Jesus says he's Lord, alright, I am the light who is over all things. I am the all. From me all came forth, and to me all returned. Sounds like a bunch of crap right there. I'm going to show you something. Alright? The all came from me. He says the all came from him. He is. He calls himself he is. You just read I am. I am. We've already discussed the I am. Alright? He says here the all came from me, and the all has come to me. Alright? He's saying that he is. Okay? But now, let's check something out here. It says, split wood, there I am. Split wood, there am I. I'm sorry. Split wood, there am I. Now all of a sudden the I am then changed around, people. Lift up the stone, and there you will find me. That's what it says, people. Okay, this is sayings of what Jesus Christ, your Jesus. How they hid our info inside of here. How they deceived us. This here is explaining what's going on. They little, what do you call that? Indiana Jones. In the Indiana Jones, that Jinn, that stone. Remember, what Jesus wanted to started this about the wood, about the hair, not me. Alright? We done seen the real image, we done seen the false image, we done heard the prophecies, and the prophecies claim the same thing this claims. And in 1892, they was off by 100 years. Israel, 100 years. 1892. Alright? Goes back to your Jesus thing. When was your Jesus supposed to live? Alright? There's your wood. Alright? Right here. Live and died right here. 480 something BC. This prophecy took place. When did the last Buddha live? From 5 something BC and died in 485, I think he said, AD. If you do the math, alright, start here where it tells you in Revelations 1 and 12, alright, it'll take you to the foot. 1892. 1892. A king was born, a male child was born. What was to bear witness for today? Well, you're looking at it right here. What do you see, Israel? What do you see? My name is B. Williams. If you want to find out more, Check it out.